podcast episode. Okay. Usually I do numbers, right, bro? So I do numbers, but now I decided that I'm gonna stop doing numbers and just do them by name.
Okay.
Cause usually I do number, and I realized I was trying to put. I was like, I want to put this one. Oh, I can't do it because I put a number.
What made you realize?
Just me trying to put them together. Like I was trying to drop another video after another one, but I thought I was recording them in order, but the way I was dropping them weren't in the order. Do you feel me?
Were you order like alphabetical or
like in order of which I've recorded them, like episode 1, 2,
so
3,
numerically.
4. Numerically,
okay.
numerically. Yes. This thing is coming through with smart words already, so it's a good podcast.
Smart words for the niggas.
Smart words for niggas. But yeah, this podcast episode number, no number. We already said that, dumbass.
How
Bro,
do you feel right now? Let's
me right now, I feel like I've been drinking for a long time.
Okay.
So I feel like, but now I feel like I'm sitting with air, and we need to get to about you. I want to get to about you, but I want to ask how you been, because I want to actually get to how we met.
Okay.
Is that?
Yes. We met in Koreatown, Los Angeles. It was around what, 2016?
Yeah, around that time. That sounds about right.
Yeah, no, was it Koreatown or Echo Park?
It was Echo Park, because I met you at Peeps.
Okay.
Well,
so not the Loft.
Well, maybe the Loft. Fuck.
I feel like the Loft.
Maybe it was the Loft.
Because you were living with Nick.
Well, Nick was living with me.
Okay.
That's a surprise.
Okay.
That's a surprise banger.
Okay.
He was living with me.
Understood.
No. But yeah, no. It was around that time. No, but we used to go to the Loft too. That whole time was like a whole blur for me, because there was a lot going on. There was Peeps House. There was Lofts. There was shows after shows. There was a lot going on.
The Lost was also Peeps House.
It was originally. Originally, that's hella funny. But yeah, I'm happy you're here, man. And I wanted to just say to the people that don't know about Air, he makes music. He raps. So
yeah, a rap.
Yeah, so check it out. All of his music, Air, Avery. How do you say it? What's the
It's Aireveryneeds. I actually get that a lot. People think it's Aireveryneeds.
Yeah.
But it's no Aireveryneeds.
See, I didn't know that. See, I even thought that.
Yeah. Fun fact. Interestingly enough.
Yeah.
I've had a few of my fans actually change their online presence to whatever they go by, and then underscore every needs.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, so it would be like 0
ever needs.
Every needs.
Every needs.
Yeah.
Every needs.
Every needs.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's tight. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a new thing, but I think it's kind of like you remember when everyone had ASAP at the end of their Twitter?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. It's like a group of people. What is it called? Like a cult.
Collective.
A collective. I'm calling it a cult.
Cult.
No.
It's a cult.
I like cult. I like the sound of cult because it sounds like cults ride for you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
100%. So okay, here's usually, like I said, usually when I do my podcast, I don't have questions, but I've been writing them down because you know why too? Because usually, so if I do my podcast and we're just talking shit going in, it takes hours, right? Because we forget. But so now I've been trying to sum it down to like certain categories or questions, I should say. You know what I mean? But I was gonna say, I wanted to know about personal experience in the underground for you. Underground scene, personal experience for you. Actually, where did it start? When did you get introduced into the underground scene, and what made... I just want to know all about that. Maybe just about the whole beginning of music.
Okay, so I was hella like big with Lean around 2016. And a lot of the people that I was meeting was hella into music. and then so the two worlds just collided, and they encouraged me. Some of these people encouraged me to like pursue music, so I started to do that.
Yeah.
And fortunate for me, like I got to meet people like Smoke a Sack and Young Cortex and you and Nick Blanco and Lil Tracy and Lil Peep and Lil Derek and Dre. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome. That's what I love about this whole shit. It's a big web. Once you meet one person, it kind of starts going off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's how it was for me. Like, when I first moved to LA, I didn't know nobody. And then we knew Ham on everything. So I followed people. I went on Ham on everything. I went who they followed, and I seen that they followed Nedar. But it was before he was, like, popping.
Okay.
And then I seen Nedar was throwing shows called Daydream. And then I met Nick Blanco there. And all those niggas there. And then Nick Blanco started staying with me. And then he was bringing me to all these shows and shit. And I literally got just dragged into the underground.
Nice.
I didn't know shit about it before.
Yeah, that's cool. I think a cool thing about that time was the new LA scene wasn't focused so much on going to clubs and being glamorous.
Facts. It was more about actually just being grimy, just like doing you.
Yeah, it was like, fuck, where can we go hang out and collectively have a good time?
Right. Bro, what actually is crazy at that time when I started getting into the underground, I also started doing acid more in LA. And the acid I was getting when I was doing the acid, it made me feel more a part of the underground, because the acid I was doing was like I understood the underground of LA. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if it was the acid that made me understand, or if it was just the fact that I did the acid at that time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, the fact that we're here now, you did understand it, because you know, we didn't burn out on each other, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's good.
Yeah, it's good. I love the underground culture, because if you actually look at it, people actually know each other for a long time, and they've been knowing each other, and they talk to each other.
Yeah. All
the time, or try to keep up, even if they're not or in the same city or whatever. Niggas message each other. We got Instagram. Niggas stay together, and I love that about the underground culture, especially with people, because people want a community to get up to the next level.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. That's what Catacomb is. I feel like it's like that middle ground to get you to the level. Maybe, you know what I'm saying? I just came up with that. That's what a purpose for the Catacomb. You know, Catacombs, the underground burials, but maybe that's the underground level to get you to the next level. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? That's purpose. I want to get niggas that are big on lineups, and to get my homies that don't have as many people on that shit, to get them help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like a part of the purpose about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's fire, and I'm excited for that. Like, just even you talking about that brings me a little bit of joy, because we're in a pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know when we'll have shows again.
We don't, and it's sad.
What do you think people are gonna do to compensate?
Well, see, you gotta say that for me, because I'm one of the people that has to think about what I have to do, because my whole shit is built around that, right? I didn't even talk. This is great podcast content, because Catacomb is built around shows, right? That's what my whole shit was. That was the bet, right? Shows.
Yeah.
Live shows. I can't do it now. So right now I've been doing background stuff. Like, I got my LLC, and I've been trying to get, like we did tonight, the studio thing for Du Jour. Things like that. Other things that I should be working on. I've been doing things like that.
Okay.
But I think my next move, as far as like getting people involved in shows and stuff, would be a live stream type thing. Like a live stream type DJ, like a weekly DJ set with different people, you know what I'm saying, with different songs, you know, maybe something like that, and maybe weekly, like, updates with, music. I was talking about it with Du Jour, so he inspired that in me, so I've been thinking about doing that. I don't know, you know, there's a lot of things, there's so much, but it's how should I go about it, you know what I'm saying, or what should I do?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
I mean, if you keep it underground, you know, I've seen some underground shows in Brooklyn as of like this weekend.
Yeah.
Where it looks like, you know, at least 60 people on a rooftop.
Yeah, exactly. Like something cool.
Up, some not masked up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's cool too, because I was thinking even like small shows, like limited shows, right? Because you're allowed to have a certain amount of people at an event. So I was thinking along the lines of like an acoustic show with people, and then like and then it's just like 50 people can go or whatever, things like that or something. Yeah. I've been thinking about the shit like that. So I don't know. We'll see, but right now I'm just trying to focus on getting my artist moving. That's what I want. I think that's what I want most. And my shirts, honestly. Oh wait, I dropped these today. I forgot to say. I gotta put it on here. Dropped these shirts today.
New drop.
$40.
Go get that.
They're $40. I'll have the link in my bio. They're $40. All proceeds are going to People's City Council of Los Angeles. They actually were doing the funding to get people out of jail. What was that? The bail. They were doing the bail fund. They were the ones coordinating that, but then they already made their money for that, so now they need money just to continue doing protests and shit and other events. So I'm gonna donate towards that, and this other thing called the Okra Project, which is like a black trans organization that give
Black Trans Lives Matter.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're doing with this shirt. So hopefully, by the time this is out, you'll see the link. And just donate. I mean, I got 30 shirts, and I'm only making them once. So donate, and we'll see what's that.
Earlier in this podcast, he asked me, he told me that he's no longer going to numerically label the podcast.
Yeah.
But he's going to call them
by who's on the podcast.
By who's on the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay, you didn't say that before.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it by whose name is on it, like who's with it.
So this is the Aireveryneeds podcast.
Yeah. Yep.
That's great.
Yeah.
This is my first podcast. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thank you for having me.
I love the podcast too, because we can just sit here and kind of just like talk, and whenever we feel like it dies, we can end it, and it's kind of cool. You kind of get to like know niggas a little bit more. That's what I've learned from it.
Right.
It's cool. But what else was I gonna say? Oh, your name. I think someone asked earlier today, but I need to know on the podcast. How did you get your name?
Okay, so my family, my father has 8 siblings. And I was fortunate enough to grow up around 3 of my cousins. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so my pops was like a big Air Jordan fan.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like during some type of dunks contest or something, he's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna name my kid." You know what I'm saying? Air. And so it was a family thing, but then when I would go to school, they would call me by my government name, my teachers and stuff.
Yeah.
But then my cousins, they would say Air.
Yeah.
So then people would catch on to that, you feel me?
Yeah.
And it was just
So
always
you
like
just grew
Air,
up with
Air.
it.
So then eventually my teachers started calling me Air.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. That's a sick name.
Yeah.
I remember when I first met you, wherever it was. What I remember it was in Peep's house, but he remembers this a lot. Regardless, when I first met him, what I remember is he said that his name was Air, and I was like, "What the fuck? That's tight." I was like, "That's tight."
But the Aireveryneeds part goes.
Yeah.
For like, there's like 2 things. Like, if you need it, I got you. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm like that with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm going to give someone a chance to fuck up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But if you need it, I got you.
Yeah. That's good.
But, yeah, Aireveryneeds is just like, you know what I'm saying? Something for everyone to be a part of.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
That's all it is.
That's fire.
Family.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's tight. That's sick. Yeah, that's sick. I think I've talked about it on my podcast before, but if you want to know how I got my name, it's just because from going to raves and shit.
Zero.
Well, no, before that too, actually, because people call me Zero growing up. Just because I look like the nigga from Holes.
Yeah, the
That's
nigga
it.
from Holes.
That's it. That's
it's
it.
the hair.
Right, and my skin
and
color probably going. Everybody's calling me Zero. That's it, and that's just how. That's it.
He's funny though because he aged well out of the Disney camp.
He did. Yeah, right. He's not weird.
He's not.
I
weird.
didn't think about that. I'd never thought about that.
Yeah. So
think about all the niggas that are weird on there. That's great. That is great.
Like, what if a nigga called you Orlando Brown? Like,
he's kind of tight though. In his own way, he's kind of tight.
He's definitely a prophet.
He is. He is for somebody. For someone.
He's a prophet.
For somebody. For himself, maybe. Maybe profiting off himself. That's hilarious, bro. That's true though, cause that nigga is what? He wasn't a Disney nigga if you think about it, cause he was only on Holes, but he was on he was on Friday, like the Friday. He's on one of the Fridays for a little bit. I don't think he was a Disney kid for real.
Holes was definitely a Disney movie.
Holes was, but he wasn't like a Disney kid like Shia LaBeouf or like any other. But Shia LaBeouf is a good one too. He's a good one that made it out of Disney.
Yeah,
I'll say him.
Shia LaBeouf.
He made
his inspo of mine.
Yeah, for real. I fuck with him. You seen his new shit coming out?
Yeah.
He got tattoo. For real?
Yeah, he's definitely into the method acting shit.
I love that shit. That's the best.
I feel it.
That's the only way to act, I think. If I were to act, I would definitely get into that zone for a couple weeks before or a week or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. That'd be my move.
They said that people go crazy sometimes.
Yeah, because they have personality disorders, huh?
Yeah.
I heard that. That's why I heard people that are actors. No offense to anybody that listens to this that wants to be an actor, but I heard those niggas are crazy. So I heard.
Yeah.
So I heard. Like, they're unstable. I believe it. Imagine, like, acting as someone else for, like, a whole, like, whatever long time it takes to make the movie, and then, like, you go home and you forget how your self acts.
Like
that makes
like
sense.
Harry Potter, do you think Daniel Radcliffe, for a second, tried to do magic at home?
I'm sure. I would have. On some shrooms with your bros.
I just want to believe if you're like a multi-millionaire child actor, you don't need to be taking shrooms.
Yeah, you don't need to be. But they probably.
Yeah, he has enough money to buy magic.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if there's any magic that you can
to be out there, it's you can buy it. You can pay for it.
You can definitely buy it.
No, because if they show magic on TV, like how they do it, is some money buys that shit. That's just like how that's literally the whole thing around magic. People go buy
major production,
something that is not real.
Yeah.
So.
Damn.
Yeah, think about it. Going to watch something that's not real, and I'm gonna pay $50 for it. Just saying, man.
Yeah.
Also, actually, this isn't on my question list, but have you ever seen UFO?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I always ask that.
Yes.
Have you?
Yes.
Where at?
Once in a backyard in Garden Grove.
Okay.
And then a second time in my parking lot of my apartment complex in Long Beach.
That's crazy.
In the same year.
So what did it look like? Was it just like float?
In
the Long Beach one.
Long Beach. Yeah. So that was actually a very extraterrestrial experience for me.
Yeah.
Because it was around 3 in the morning.
Yeah,
and,
of course it is.
My parking lot has one lamp that like covers all the cars, basically. And to the right of the lamp, I see this light. It's no bigger than a tennis ball.
Yeah.
But the way that it's moving is just it's similar to like a fly or a bee.
Yeah. House zooming. Yeah. Okay.
But the light is as bright as it. The light is brighter than the light that's coming from the lamp.
The light, yeah, okay, yeah, it's shining past it.
But the size of it, and so it's just fluttering, and it comes in front of me, not like that close, but just like crosses my path, and then flutters off, and then just the light turns off, and it's gone.
It just like goes into the distance and disappears.
Yeah,
that's how my shit was, bro. Cause I seen one. Cause okay, so we were talking about earlier. Cause I said Schizo. I had Schizo on a podcast. And he's from Arizona, and he says like he's seen crazy shit out there. He has. I don't think we talked about it on the podcast. Did we? Oh, we did. We talked about it, but he was saying because there's this thing in Arizona. It's called like a. I forget what it's called, but it's a phenomenon that everybody, like a lot of people see it, and it's in the sky. It's like a triangle of like saucers, like flying. It looks like they're separate, but they're like flying in a pattern almost, and then they'll break off and then go zigzagging. But anyways, when I was in Vegas with my bro, we were driving, and he thought he seen a UFO, and I was like, "No, you're tripping." And then I'm like, "No, that's actually UFO." And then he was actually, he had curfew because he was on probation, so he had to be home at 10, so we couldn't go follow it. But when we seen it, it stopped in the air, and it was a big, big light.
You followed it.
We seen it, right, because it was close to us. But when we noticed it, it stopped.
So you're in a car.
We're in the car, right? But then we stopped in the street, right? Like in the neighborhood. We were in a neighborhood, and we stopped and got out. You know what I'm saying? Like on the sidewalk. Yeah. Okay. Just right next to the car. You know what I'm saying? But the thing stopped. The light. It stopped moving, and then it started floating towards the Vegas. Like first it was floating towards like going out of like the city, and then it started floating going towards into the city. Okay. And then when it was going into the city, we lost it. But when we first noticed it, it stopped moving immediately. Stopped in midair, and then it started moving in a different direction from which we were first seeing it. And it was a light, like the moon. Like it was like bright light. You know what I mean? And so what you said reminded me of it, kind of. You know what I mean? And then Schizo shit reminds me of it. So I always like seeing what people say because I hear a lot of crazy shit, and it reminds me. They're all similar in some ways. Yeah. So I just like hearing that shit.
I mean, so I had an algebra tutor, and he worked for NASA at some point in his career. Yeah. And he asked me, he said, "What is a UFO?" You know?
Yeah, like what?
Unidentified flying object, right? Yeah. So, like, he's worked with satellites, you know? Yeah. For, 15, 20 odd years, Yeah. What we don't know, we can say it's an unidentified flying object. Yeah. Well, let's say the government does know. Yeah, so it's not unidentified.
Yeah, it's not identified to them.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just.
Well, have you heard about the CIA or somebody talking about the UFOs they've caught? It's been brought. It's been part of the news, but nobody's been noticing it because of everything else going on. Yeah. But the government is about to put out what I've heard, or the CIA or whoever the fuck has the information is about to put out a fucking article about the information they have on the shit they have on tape. Put it out for real, like tomorrow, like soon. I forget where I seen.
I'm gonna leave the alien talk to this. Yeah. I think that we're unique. That we've got to experience.
Facts. Facts.
It's just like an acid trip, you know?
It
you
is.
get to experience
you get to be
a
there
higher,
for that. Yeah.
You know?
At that time. Exactly. But yeah, you're right. How long? Okay, so look. Also, another thing. We talked about all this stuff. Your favorite artist, though, ever. Who inspired you to make music? Like, what's the first song you heard ever in your life that you can remember in your brain?
True.
Damn, it stopped, and I had to slice them back together, I guess. I'll figure it out. I got iMovie right here. So, I'll see. Figure it out. But yeah, and I have the whole audio right here playing already, actually, which I should check on. In the Ableton. Yeah, see? But yeah, so what was I saying? Artists that you said The Weeknd, and then I said I wasn't sure.
House of Balloons.
I gotta hear that shit.
Yeah, man, it's a whole vibe. It's just, man.
And that's what made you want to be like, I'm about to.
No,
not really.
I can say that's what made me want to. That would made me curious.
Yeah.
About like, how the fuck did someone make their voice sound like that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's like.
But I think T-Wayne.
Oh, wow.
Is
T-Wayne?
What I most emulate in my music.
I love T-Wayne. T-Wayne's fire.
Like,
what's the? I could take you in a log cabin somewhere in that.
Yeah.
That's just fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite songs.
That might be the best inspiration I ever heard on this podcast.
Really?
Right here, yes, best inspiration I ever heard.
Yeah, no, I
definitely.
People,
but no, I just like that's very specific, and you know what I'm saying? Because Lil Wayne, you said T-Wayne, like you said that time. I like
yeah.
That. That's
oh my gosh.
That's rare.
Like, as far as anyone that's listening to this that knows who Aireveryneeds knows, I use auto-tune as an instrument.
Facts.
You know.
Just like T-Pain did.
Yeah. 100%.
Oh, and we can talk about Du Jour and Air made a song. It's 2 songs pretty much tonight that are filthy.
Good music.
Actually, they made 2 whole songs.
Good music.
Good songs. They're gonna come out, and we'll let you know about them. But I'm about to wrap this shit up. But last thing I was gonna ask before we end it was the last thing that you did before the lockdown that was like turned up, like a show, like a party, like the last thing before the last thing you remember before lockdown that was turned up.
So I recently found this like point and shoot camera that I had bought that's like stupid expensive.
Yeah.
And I went to my friend's housewarming party and I took a bunch of pictures and they turned out super fire, and a bunch of people used them for like their profile pictures and shit.
Yeah.
So it was like super dope.
That's fire.
Yeah.
You said, wait, say that again? I'm sorry, say it again.
I went to my buddy's housewarming party.
Yeah.
And I had a really nice camera with me, and I got to take pictures.
Okay. Yeah.
But what made it better was the lockdown happened, but then when I sent the people the pictures, everyone used their picture.
Oh, yeah.
I sent them, yeah.
That's fire.
And like tagged me and shit.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah.
That's sick. Yeah. I like that. Man. I didn't know you just take pictures for fun?
I've kind of always just done it.
Yeah.
Just like point and shoot.
Yeah.
I'm not really like DSLR, just like, you know.
That's tight.
I'm all about the leisure.
Yeah.
Hobby shit.
Yeah. I know, me too. That's what even me like getting a guitar, I'm just like doing it for fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, man. That's it. I think we're cooling. I think we got enough, and we're chilling. So thank everybody for listening. With Air, check out all of his music. I'll tag his shit on his Instagram, all that on this. So check it out. Fuck with me, and thank you.